What up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Stack Bitcoin Show. What's up, Hard Huddle? Round of applause for the live studio audience for Hard Huddle. Today we're going to be talking about how to save in Bitcoin for normal people. For those of us that don't have Michael Saylor money, how do you get started with saving in Bitcoin? I know it looks like you might be late to the party, but you're not late to the party, okay? So let's get that right off. Let's go ahead and say that right off the bat. You are not too late to the party. You are just in time for your Bitcoin journey, okay? The rate of adoption of Bitcoin right now is not where it can be, so you're still early. Okay, so if you're thinking about getting started, this is the episode where I'm going to show you guys exactly how I do it. Pretty much I show you guys how to do it every single episode of the show. But today specifically, we're going to talk about what we're doing. And I'm going to show you not only how to get started, but I'm going to show you how to actually buy Bitcoin. I do that every day here on the show, Monday through Friday. And I'm going to show you my spreadsheet. We've been buying Bitcoin here on the show for 2 years, 7 months. No, 2 years, 1 month, and 24 days so far. I think that's right. Something like that. Anyway, so that's what we're doing. And grab a drink, relax. We're here on our. I guess it's after lunch, right? If you're watching from East Coast, you are on your drive home, on your commute home, maybe out of work. And let's hang out, talk a little bit about Bitcoin, and try to help these beginners understand what Bitcoin is and how they can too benefit from all this crazy upside that Bitcoin has and will continue to have for a long time. All right. So now that we know what we're doing, we turn on let's do the quick intro to the episode. Let's do our first segment, the Bitcoin strength. All right, so today the price of Bitcoin is $118,783.97. You can buy 841 Satoshis for a single dollar. What is a Satoshi? A Satoshi is a fraction of a Bitcoin. Just like a dollar is made up of 100 cents, a Bitcoin is made up of 100 million Satoshis. So you don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin all at once. You don't save up to buy a Bitcoin. You save in Bitcoin. Today, let's say you're walking down the street, minding your own business. You look down, you see a penny, you pick it up, and all the day that penny will be worth 8.42 Satoshis. That's how many Satoshis you can get with that one penny. Crazy, right? Crazy. All right. That is the Bitcoin strength. Gee, super easy. And my hair's already getting long. I'm gonna shave it again, guys. Look at that. You can tell I cut my own hair. Look at this strand right here. It's all wacky. Where's it? That one. Look at it all bruised up. That cheese from all of the jiu-jitsu this week. Dang, I'm looking all beat up. Ouchies everywhere. But anyway, ouchies everywhere. Doing good. I've been to jiu-jitsu 2 days this week so far, and I'm feeling strong. I'm feeling good. I'm going to the advanced belt class now, and those guys are so good. I feel like I'm learning something every time I roll with somebody new. Like each person I'm rolling with, obviously they're better than me at this sport, at jiu-jitsu. But each person I roll with, I'm learning something from them. So it's really good. Like I'm either I'm learning something that's wrong with my game, or I'm learning how to do something better, or I'm learning what it feels like to get to do a move on somebody the right way. Like sometimes, like when somebody does a move to you, they do it in a way that's more intense, or like it just feels different than the way I feel like I'm doing it. So when I feel someone do it to me, it's like, holy smokes, this is what it should feel like. Okay, I'm gonna go for that. I'm gonna try to get to that level as well. So it gives me like a good little idea of like where to go towards, right? Where to work towards. And the reason I'm talking about it now in a Bitcoin show, it's like, why are you talking about jiu-jitsu, bro? What's that have to do with my Bitcoin show? Well, just the same as when I'm getting destroyed, when I'm getting handled by an experienced black belt, right? or like the guys on top of me, but they're not really like smashing me. They're like, I just feel like they're floating above me, and whatever I do, they're like, they already have a counter move for it, right? Like it inspires me to work towards that and be like, dang, I want to float on people. I want to be like that. I want to be able to like be heavy and light at the same time and float on top of people and just control like that, right? It's just inspiring, right? Well, when you look at that in terms of Bitcoin, like this show, hopefully to somebody that's new to Bitcoin or struggling with their finances and trying to figure out, hey man, like I ain't no Michael Saylor. How am I gonna get that kind of money? I can't buy thousands of Bitcoin in just one fell swoop. I'm trying to get to half a Bitcoin. I'm trying to get to 1 Bitcoin, you know? And you know, just basically don't think of it in Bitcoin. Just stack sats, stack Satoshis, fractions of a Bitcoin, right? And you don't have to stack at a Michael Saylor level to reap the benefits of Bitcoin. That's the whole point, right? Yeah, it's cool to see that level of Bitcoin stacking and to be inspired by it, right? And just act on it, right? You don't have to be at that level to start to reap the benefits of Bitcoin. Just like I don't have to be a black belt to enjoy the benefits of my body becoming less fragile and getting the skills that I need to eventually become a black belt, right? Who knows if I even get there, right? Like the black belt right now for me is like getting a whole coin, right? I'm working towards it, right? Same thing with my Bitcoin here on the show for the Stack Bitcoin show. We're working towards the Bitcoin, right? We're like at 0.4 Bitcoin. I don't know what level that would be in jiu-jitsu, right? Maybe like a purple belt. Maybe we're like a purple belt in stacking jiu-jitsu, right? But in actual jiu-jitsu, I'm a blue belt, right? And I have a long way to go. But if I never get to a black belt, if I never get to 1 whole Bitcoin, I'm still going to benefit from having at least been on that journey, right? And that's just pretty cool. I think that's super awesome. Anyway, let's see. That is a little bit of insight there that I wanted to share with you guys. Let's get into why we stack, okay? Let's do that real quick. Why we stack, the orange pill portion of the show. Why do we save in Bitcoin for beginners, right? Well, the money you work hard for and save has a weakness. That weakness is called inflation, debasement, right? As the government prints more money, as the banks issue more debt, they create more individual dollars. And now that more institutions will be able to issue debt, because more institutions will be able to do CBDC, or like not CBDC, but like what are they called? Stable coins, dollar-backed stable coins. You think they're gonna print all those dollars to back those stable coins? No, they're probably gonna inflate that stuff too. And even those stable coins now will have an added effect to inflation. It'll grow the money supply even faster, since more institutions are able to create more money, right? And so why does that matter to you? Why should you care? Well, you should care because there is no distinction between the dollars you earn from your hard work, inputting your actual hours of your life, exchanging that for a salary, or inputting that into your business and growing a business and making a profit, right? Those dollars are no different than the dollars the government can print, the dollars the banks can issue as debt, or the dollars that are representing stable coins, right? So what happens to your savings if you've been saving in those dollars? Well, you lose purchasing power, right? As the money supply expands, the purchasing power of your money shrinks, of all money shrinks, right? And that's what they use to debase. That's what they use to keep you poor. That's what they use to keep you working your whole life, saving for what you think is retirement, but in the end, by the time you get to your retirement, the value of the savings you've set aside, even with 401k, a Roth IRA or whatever, even with those gains, you're still behind on where you're supposed to be, so you're able to retire safely and not work the rest of your days. What ends up happening is you have to come back out of retirement and work, because you run out of money, because the money you have saved up doesn't buy as much things as it used to. And how do you protect yourself from that? What's the solution here? I don't care about I heard the problem, I get the problem. Now what's the solution? The solution is simple. The solution is this. You just buy Bitcoin, you take custody of that Bitcoin, and you hold it. Okay? It doesn't cost you extra money to hold a Bitcoin or a fraction of a Bitcoin for a day, for a week, for a month, for 1 year, for 10 years, for 100 years. The cost is the same. You buy the Bitcoin, you pay your exchange fees, you take the Bitcoin off the exchange, put it into your self-custody wallet, and that's it. That's all the expenses. You don't have to pay anything else to keep that Bitcoin with you for the rest of your days and pass it on to your descendants, whatever, right? So that's how we do it, okay? That's how mere mortals, that's how we save in Bitcoin. That's how people that don't have the economic means of a Michael Saylor would get started and save in Bitcoin and start to reap some of the benefits of the best asset you can invest in, the best, fastest, best performing asset you could invest in, which is Bitcoin, right? Super simple as that, right? Another way to describe it would be to say this. Why do we save in Bitcoin? Because saving in Bitcoin is like traveling back in time and giving yourself a perpetually increasing retroactive raise for the hours you've already worked for, as long as you hold a Bitcoin that represents those hours. That's it. Super simple. That's it. And we're not just talking the talk. I'm going to show you guys on our spreadsheet that tracks all of our purchases we've done here on the show. And you'll be able to see that I'm not kidding, right? Our bag has grown in purchasing power a lot. And you'll be able to see the exact numbers, all the buys, all the percentages. We've tracked our whole show trajectory from 0 BTC to 0.4 Bitcoin now. You'll be able to see all our purchases we've done here on the show. What we paid for what we paid so far for 0.4 Bitcoin and what it's worth today, right? And you'll be able to see the percentage gains over the past couple of years. It's just insane, right? We also tracked it every year separately. So we have the tracking sheet for 2024 and the tracking sheet for 2025. That way, in case you're new to the show and you want to get started stacking with us, you won't be discouraged when you see that we're already at 0.4 Bitcoin, right? In terms of 2025, we're not even that high. So anybody get started. The best time to start is today. The best time to start was yesterday. The best time to start is today. And I guess the next best time is tomorrow, but don't wait until tomorrow. Start today. Start saving in Bitcoin. All right. That is why we stack. And let's get this thing queued up. If anybody has any questions in the chat, put it in the comments. And we'll talk about those questions as they come through. If you're tuning in, thanks for tuning in. And do me a favor, hit that like button and tap the screen with some hearts or some 100% or some smiley faces or whatever to get this show pumped and get that algorithm stimulated, okay? All right, let's get into the next topic of the show, of course. One of my favorites, the stack recap, because we don't only talk about stacking Bitcoin here Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern. We actually do it every weekday. Oops. There it is. Where are we? Here we are. 2025. We've saved $4,540 so far just this year. And it's grown to $5,714 worth of purchasing power. Right? Our 0.48 Bitcoin that we have for this year has gone up in value by 25.87%. It's pretty sick. It's pretty good. In 2024, we did the same thing. We just bought Bitcoin every weekday. We saved up $7,345. Today, that $7,345 is worth $14,541 for a gain of almost 100%. 97.96% if you want to be a jerk. It's pretty much doubled. What this chart is showing you is that I didn't have to do anything extra to double my savings. Okay, if I had put this money into a regular savings account making 1% interest, I would still have about $7,000, right? But instead of doing that, I used Bitcoin as my savings vehicle, and I removed the economic energy from the inflationary dollar system, right? Let the inflationary dollar system continue to inflate the value of the dollar and lose purchasing power while my money was in Bitcoin. And now Bitcoin is reflecting the loss of purchasing power of 97.94% of the dollar versus Bitcoin for 2024. That is crazy. That is crazy. Okay. And then we look at the whole kit and caboodle, the whole stack for the Stack Bitcoin show. Since the beginning, since day one, we started with 0 Satoshis. We bought 18,000 Satoshis, 0.00018 Bitcoin. We paid $5 for that when Bitcoin was at $27,360. Okay? Through our DCA process here on the show, we've accumulated 0.277830009 Bitcoin. We bought Bitcoin here on the show to the tune of $15,396. That Bitcoin today is worth $32,996.35. Okay? We have doubled the purchasing power of our savings without having to do anything extra. All we did was buy the Bitcoin, take custody, and repeat. Okay? This is how to save in Bitcoin for normal people. Okay? You don't have to do $1 million. You could do $5 a day, $1 a day. Just get off of 0 Bitcoin and start saving in Bitcoin, whatever money you do set aside. Plan on not touching it for at least 4 years. If you can do that, the value of that money is going to continue to, the purchasing power of that savings will continue to go up. Also, by getting rid of old hobbies. That's true. That's true. By getting rid of old hobbies, we did some reclaimed BTC. We got some donations from the fans here on the show, from the audience. We did a 100-day Bitcoin Savings Challenge, which we continue to do. We're on our second run of the 100-day Bitcoin Savings Challenge. We have our 21 Moto project, and we have our side hustles that I do here on the side. It could be anything. Sometimes I MC events. Sometimes I don't know, sell stuff. Just my random side businesses that generate me extra revenue that I immediately invest into Bitcoin. Okay. With all those investments and the DCA here that we do on the show, our bag for the show is currently at 0.4002213 Bitcoin for a USD value of about $47,510.69. Damn. It's a lot of money. Also by call this man Elsa, let it go. That's funny. That's funny. What up, our huddle? That's good. That's funny. All right. So that is our stack recap. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, do put it in the comments. It's pretty fun. Our 100-day Bitcoin Savings Challenge today, I'm going to buy day 60 or day 4. What is it? Yeah. Is it day 60? Where are we at? We are at 23. Today's the 24th, so I'll probably buy this day, $54 buy, and continue to DCA and continue to buy the 100-day Bitcoin Savings Challenge. We're almost done with the 100-day Bitcoin Savings Challenge. We are 40 days away from finishing this challenge. We saved $1,977, and it's currently worth $2,161.16. We're up 9.32% since we started this challenge on what is this? When did we start the challenge? I don't know. Anyway, last month. Well, 60 days ago. All right, that is it. That's all I got as far as stats that I wanted to show you. But man. Oh yeah, I updated the column over here. Our next goal is to get to 0.5 BTC. That is our next goal for the show, to get to 0.5 Bitcoin, to half a Bitcoin from 0.4 BTC. Just talking about these numbers is pretty incredible to me. It's pretty wild. Let's see. Can we go? We're gonna need, as of right now, before we make any purchases today, we need $11,842.89 to get to 0.5 BTC. The journey, my friends, is long and hard, but worth it. Okay, but worth it. All right. That's it. That's all I got for you guys as far as that goes. Let's jump into the 2025 chart and see if today we're going to do a $20 buy, a $40 buy, or an $80 buy. Today, since the price of Bitcoin in 2025 Sorry, since our average buy price of Bitcoin in 2025 is 98,000 and below 118,000, then we're only going to buy $20 worth of Bitcoin for today's stack. You know how it is. And now that we know how much Bitcoin we're going to stack today, there's only one thing left to do. It's time to stack some Bitcoin. That's right. We're here Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern. Every weekday, saving in Bitcoin, one stack at a time. Oh yeah, check this shirt out. DCA to BTC shirt. You can get this at bitcoinerscloset.com. If you want a link, type in !swag into the chat and you'll get a link. Whoa. And you'll get a link that goes to, hold on, so what happened here? There it goes. And you'll get a link that goes to the store, to the Bitcoiners Closet. I know it's a dumb name, but I wasn't aware, you know. Maybe we'll rename the store one day, but that's my store. I make these designs and it's like print on demand. So the shirts are pretty comfy too. They make you look buff. Oh. All right, let's buy this Bitcoin, guys. There we go. Yeah, Bitcoin apparel and swag. Oh yeah, I'm also gonna make stickers, not of this, but I'm gonna make stickers of the QR code to come subscribe to the channel. So maybe I'll send it to you guys. You guys can do some slaps around town and get me some more audience. Okay, here we go. Going over to the Strike app on my phone. I'm hitting the buy button and keying in $20. Boom. Hit next. $20. Funding option selected. Confirm page is up. Cut the music. Play the drum roll. Hit confirm. We're buying $20 worth of Bitcoin right now on the Stack Bitcoin show for today's stack, July 24th. And there it is. Just like that, we have acquired an additional 16,668 Satoshis for the stack. Let's get over there to the 2025 spreadsheet and update it with today's purchase. Today is 7/24/25, and the price of Bitcoin we deserve today is $118,850.49 Bitcoin. We bought $20 worth, and we got 0.0001. Man, I got a lot of these. 6668, and that's it right there. Those are our purchases. Bam. Bam. Okay, going back to the spreadsheet for the strategic Bitcoin reserve of the show. Right here at the bottom. Dang. Not bad, guys. We're doing pretty good, actually. Looking at the spreadsheet, the proof of our buys. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it. 8 out of 571 purchases. 8 out of 571 purchases are in the negative. Everything else is in the green. Look. See? Every day for the past 2 years. More than 2 years now. Everything that we purchased, every money that we've saved into Bitcoin is in the green. All of those Satoshis are gaining purchasing power for us, and slow and steady, you know, the purchasing power of our savings are increasing, and it's benefiting us tremendously without doing anything else but saving the Bitcoin. That's it. We just save the Bitcoin and move on, right? Round of applause and shout out for Koji Monster. What up, Koji Monster? Hola, amigos. How you doing? How you doing? We're out here just you know, stacking sats, saving in Bitcoin. Let's jump into here real quick. Okay, so yesterday we were trying to figure out what we're gonna call our Discord server because I want to change the name. Right? Our Discord server is called Stack Bitcoin Show server, but we're gonna call it something different. And we had a vote last night, and about to show the winners. Okay. So let me bring this over. Actually, no, I don't have to bring it over. Oh, based on the vote thing, it says 25 minutes left. So if you want to become part of our Discord server and go vote on what we're going to call our Discord server, here you go. Here's a link to join our Discord server, and you'll be able to vote. It's in the general tab. It's in the general section. You'll see what should we rename our Discord to. So far, Stacker Dojo is winning, followed closely by Stackhouse. Actually, there's a second place tie for Huddle Crew, Stackhouse, and Stack Attack. But the winner right now is, with 40% of the vote, Stacker Dojo. I kind of like Stackhouse too. So if you haven't voted yet, go vote. Go jump in our Discord server. Yeah, there it is. Oh, Boltar has you. Boltar speaks. He didn't say anything? Boltar speaks typoed, huh? Boltar just like gave you the silent treatment. What's up with that? What's up with that, Boltar? Jeez. That's so funny. But yeah, so we have about 24 minutes before the voting is over, because I think we didn't do it till the end of the show last time. But I'm not gonna be up here for 20 minutes, guys. Let me see if there's a way for me to end the vote early. Now we'll leave the voting open. There's 24 minutes left, and we'll figure out who actually won tomorrow. Okay, what name wins tomorrow? So if you want to be part of the selecting of our Discord server name, head on over to our Discord and vote. All right, that's good. That's good. Vote on that. All right, let's get ready to wrap this puppy up. Ready to wrap up the show. Koji Monster, Hard Hodl, thanks for tuning in. 387 subs. I think we're back to our all-time high. And we dropped to like 384 for a little bit, for a week. Yeah, now we're back up to 387. If we get to 388, it'll be an all-time high. So yeah, spread the word, guys. We're here every Monday through Friday talking about Bitcoin, helping beginners avoid all the pitfalls of the poop coiners, the grifters, and the backstabbers, and the fascists. Join us, guys. Join us. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode of the Stack Bitcoin Show. But until then, remember, if you ain't stacking, you're slacking. Bye, guys.